Hello friends, welcome to Free Advice with Brian Goodman. I'm Brian Goodman, and today we're going to talk about the fucking plan. What is the fucking plan, you might ask? The plan is what you live by for financial freedom. The plan is what you stick to no matter what happens. And the plan is very, very simple. So what is the plan? The plan has 3 steps. The first step is buy a car. You need a car. No matter what, you're going to need a car to get to work, to have the opportunity to work at different places, to really do whatever the hell you want. And so you need to buy a car. Now, you need to buy a car cash. Never, ever finance a car, because that's fucking stupid. Don't ever finance a car. So buy a car. That's step number 1. Second step, buy a house. All right? You have to have a house. For financial freedom, you need a house. Renting is fucking stupid. They jack the rates up all the time. They rip you off. They make you pay for stupid shit like valet trash that really doesn't fucking matter. They make you do all kinds of stupid shit. You don't want to rent. You're at the mercy of people that you can't control, and you don't want that. So buy a house. The third step is save enough money to tell everyone to fuck off. All right, and the third step is the most important out of all 3 of them. However, the third step can only happen after step 1 and step 2 happen. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how the hell am I going to make enough money to do any of those steps, let alone all 3 of them? Well, not to worry. That's what I'm here to help you with. I'm here to help you make all 3 of those steps happen, especially that last one, because nothing feels better than telling people to fuck off. And that should be the light at the end of the tunnel. No matter what happens, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how impatient you are, you need to sit back and think to yourself, one day I'm going to be able to tell everyone to go fuck themselves. And that should be the most rewarding thing to you in your entire life. So first of all, buying a car. Always buy a car cash. Never ever finance the car, like I said before. Why? You're going to pay way more money if you finance the car. If you don't have enough money to walk in and buy a car cash, you don't have enough money to buy a car. Now, how much should you spend on a car? Well, that's really up to you. Depends on what kind of car you want. Depends on how dependable you want the car to be. Never ever spend more than 10 grand on a car. No car's worth more than 10 grand. It's just not. So that's your limit. Now, buying a house, all right? You don't necessarily, when I say buy a house, people think, well, where am I going to get $200,000-$300,000 to go buy a house? You're not, because you don't buy a house for $200,000 or $300,000. That is fucking stupid. You will never pay that house off as long as you live. I'm not even a fan of financing the house in the first place, because you're going to pay way more money over the life of the house, and it's just a way to keep people down. So you ideally would save enough money and buy a house cash. Now you're thinking, well, I make 15 bucks an hour. There's no fucking way. There is, actually. There's all kinds of options for you out there. One of those options is a mobile home. A mobile home starts at around $24,000. All right, that's to own it. That's yours. After that, all you have to do is pay the lot fees. Lot fees are around $200, maybe $300 a month. So if you were to save $24,000 and you went and you bought a mobile home, and then you just pay $200 or $300 a month, the rest of that money goes into the bank. You save that money. You save that money to do whatever you want with it. Some people are cool living in a mobile home. They're fine with it. And that's fine. I mean, as long as you own it, then really nobody can tell you what to do, and you can tell everyone to fuck off, which is step 3. But if you're not cool living in a mobile home, you just save this money. You save this money and you put it in the bank and you go buy a nicer house. Now, if you have to mortgage your house, if there's just no way, if you're thinking, well, I see what you're saying, I'm not going to be able to save up money to buy a house, I'm not going to live in a mobile home. Well, A, you're not fucking listening, and you must like your shit situation. But if that's the way you are, that's fine, because I can help you too. Now, what you can do is mortgage your house. You can just, go to the bank. There's 2 things. You need to have at least 20%. You have to, because if you don't, then your mortgage payment's going to be too high, and you're going to pay private mortgage insurance. Now, what is private mortgage insurance? Private mortgage insurance is you telling the bank, yes, I'll bend over and allow you to fuck me in my ass. That's what private mortgage insurance is. So you don't want to deal with that. And if you put 20% down, you don't have to deal with that. So that's the first thing. If you're going to buy a house and you're not going to pay cash like you should be doing, you make sure you have 20%. So really, in a nutshell, that's the fucking plan. 3 simple steps. Buy a car, cash of course. Buy a house, cash if you can, but if not, follow the steps that I had before. And then number 3, the most important, save enough money to tell everyone to fuck off. Everything that we talk about on Free Advice starts with this plan. So take it from there.